What up, everybody? It's your girl, Melissa. Woo woo. Y'all, it is Friday. Come on, somebody. All right, you guys, we're turning in just a little bit late here today, but those of you who are on the live, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share button so we can get it out there with everyone else. I'm going to do the same right now so we can get on and I can see what you guys are saying, doing, commenting. All right, awesome. So today I'm super excited. It was a beautiful day today.
It's a beautiful day.
Yes, I have this amazingly gorgeous queen with me today, and I am super excited that she's here. So I'm going to pass the spotlight over to my guest so she can introduce herself. So a lot of people are new on Ignite with Melissa, so they don't know a lot of local people. They don't know a lot of people that I bring in. So I always love it that new people get to come in and they get you get a whole new fan base, a whole new people to come in. And so I'm going to hand over the spotlight to you so you can introduce yourself to our guests and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, my name is Joyce Randolph. I go by J. Marie Valentine on my stage side. I'm a singer, professional singer. I sing around all over Colorado. And I've just been enjoying what I do despite the COVID epidemic that we've been experiencing. But it's been rough, but at the same time, it's been a blessing. So I'm excited about what's going on now.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, with what we're doing with the music.
Ooh, nice. So, speaking about the pandemic, everything that was going on, so how did that affect you, like, with your career? And did you find something good out of it, or how did you feel about the situation?
Well, ironically, I had just entered into doing my own thing on stage, singing, having my own band called J. Marie Valentine Live.
Yeah.
And it was crazy and then the pandemic hit, and I was really like, okay, I don't know if I want to go out there. I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah.
But I followed my instinct. I followed my my mind and stuff, and I prayed about it. And it's funny because I was introduced to the Brass Attack Band through one of my musical persons that has helped me through the music industry, Mr. Ernest Washington. He introduced me to the Brass Attack Band, and they needed a lead singer, vocalist, and I went and I sang with them, and we kind of hit it off.
Yeah.
We kind of hit it off from the start, and they're a great bunch of guys that I sing with. We actually were one of the few bands that still continue to perform throughout the pandemic.
Oh,
Most
nice.
bands stopped singing and everything, but we were singing at the Bar 38, and we continued to sing all the way throughout the pandemic. So it was a blessing, and we got to know each other and everything. And it's one of the few bands that I can honestly say there's like no drama.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a band where you can sing, you can have fun, and there's no drama. But we have fun with it.
Yeah.
And we're continuing to get booked, and it's going to get even more busier as we go.
Yes,
so
and you just had a couple shows recently.
Yes, we have.
Yes,
we have.
And so you've been performing and out there on stage. And so how is it being on your own now? How do you love that? How do you love the transition from going, I guess you're technically still with a lot of people because you're band, but you're on your own.
Yeah, I was with Ernest Washington for like 10 years.
Oh.
I was his lead backup vocalist for 10 years, so I learned a lot from him and being in that scene. And then when I first came out of the music from under him, I went and performed with Ron Ivory.
Okay.
And he had his band help me out a lot as far as just the music portion of it.
Yeah.
And I did that, and then the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
So I went and I went with the Brass Attack guys, and it just, when something is good, when it just, there's a flow to it. And that's kind of like what we have right now. We have this flow going, and, you don't have to, it's like we don't have to push. We don't have to. There's nothing that's, that's rough about the whole situation. It's like easy, and so you're on the right path when things are kind of flowing that way for you.
Yeah.
So it's been a blessing, and the leader of that band is Joey Morrow, and he's an excellent leader. He has guided the guys and helped just take us from level to level with his business sense. So I'm happy that connection happened. So it's been a blessing.
That's so exciting, especially when you are on a good momentum. Because when you have people who are pushing your momentum and you're still going with that momentum, and then it's, I think we've all been there where you get somebody who kind of brings down the momentum. So having that good momentum to just keep flowing is such, like you said, such a blessing.
Well, I'll back up because it wasn't always like that. When we first started, there actually was a little hiccup. There was some hiccups along the way. Recently, we have a new addition singer. His name is Anton. Oh God, he's gonna get me because I can't remember.
Is he Russian?
No, don't get me Anton, okay? Because I call him D-Rock. That's my nickname for him. So when he watches this, he's gonna laugh like, "You better not mess my last name up." Oh, I got it, dude. I got it. So he
corrected it.
He came on board. And we just flow very well together. And I was a little nervous because we had started off with other singers that has sing with me, and so when it comes to being up front on the stage, you have to have unity, you have to have camaraderie. And when he came and we just kind of like gelled together, I was like, good, this is gonna be good. So, and it's awesome. Great. And the roller coaster is rolling, the ball is rolling, and we're just going to let it go until, where it stops, nobody knows.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's going to go forever, girl. To the big stages. We're going to see you.
I'll take that, yes.
And so I know you mentioned Ernest Washington. He's a favorite. He's one of my favorites. I love Ernest. So I had him here on the show, and he's always just full of joy and just singing out and everything. Yes, energy. And so I know you probably learned a lot of tips from him.
Yes.
What are one of your favorite or best things that you've learned from Ernest?
Whew. That's a loaded question.
There's probably so much. I hate when I get those questions because I'm like, there's so many things that this one person has showed me, so it's hard to pinpoint one.
I'll say this. You're on the right track.
Yeah.
If he doesn't come to you and say, Jay, I'm like, uh-oh.
What I do?
With that deep baritone voice, you're like, okay, so he keeps me on the right track, I think, when it comes to just staying focused.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're in this industry, you can lose your focus, and a lot of times, especially for me being a female, there's a lot of snakes out there.
Yeah.
So I think he's helped me identify who's the snake and who's not the snake, and how to really just not be so gullible in the industry. And the band that I'm with, I'm the only female in the band. So and the guys are so awesome. Like these guys, like we're like a family. Yeah. And you can't ask for anything more than that.
No.
So, they got my back, and, I got theirs, and I just, I think that question is it's just who to trust and who not to trust in the industry. Yeah. And just to stay focused and just stay on that path. Yeah. And don't deter.
Yeah.
When you know what you want to do, it's something that I've loved to do, and I've been singing since I was 10 years old, and I just, I know when you know it's something that you're supposed to do when there's no hesitation. When you feel so comfortable in that place. Yeah. Like I could have a really bad day, but if we have a show, all of that goes out the window. Yeah. There's nothing that takes away from the stage and performing for people. Yeah. It's like and that's where you should be. when it's that easy of a flow for you. And
I
that's what
love
I
that.
find. Yeah, that's what I find that happens. And so you know that that's your God-given gift. God has given that to you to do,
Yes.
because there's no stress, there's no tension. It's a freeing type of feeling.
Yeah.
And music is a freeing type of feeling anyway, because hey,
Yeah.
it's a universal language, right?
It is, yeah, and it speaks to your soul so much.
It
And
does.
I love that you say that, because you just know. And like, even like for me, like how you said, like at this, like here at the
Kind of like love, you just know.
Yeah, you do. You're just like, you know, it's that love at first sight.
I'm still waiting on that.
Me too. Come on, girl. But you know, with our jobs, we need the love at first sight. But it is. It's like your refuge in coming in, and like, I know for here at the studio, like it's like you said, if you have a bad day or like a bad week, it's like you come into this place and you just can let everything go, and
That's
it's
right.
that. And I feel like I felt that when you said that, because with music, it's like that's your refuge, like that's
It's
your
a flow.
thing, and once you're there, it's like everything just comes out like
That's real.
perfectly for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just, I don't know of any other type of thing that brings that, for me anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure for other people, when you know that there's something that you really love, then you can do that. But for me, it's like, who doesn't love music?
Yeah. If you don't, then I don't know what's wrong.
What's wrong? What's wrong with you if you don't love music?
Yes.
And the thing about it is that Michael Jackson said this one time. He said, something that moves the soul is the thing that he always wanted to do. And I can really, really relate to that, because it's almost like it changes the vibration of yourself. And if you can change your vibration, then you can change other people's vibration.
Yeah.
So
good.
yeah, so I found at times people would come and they would say to me, you know what, I was feeling so down until you sang that song, or I was feeling this type of way until I heard this.
Yeah.
And wow, I'll never forget the time when I actually did a tribute to Mary J. Blige.
Oh my gosh, I love Mary J. Blige.
A lot of people, yeah. You got a story?
I was like, I'm gonna ask you. I gotta ask you. Okay, Sweet Thing is one of my favorite songs. Okay, and I know you could probably belt it out.
Oh,
but,
that's my song.
Oh, I love that song. When you said that, I was like, I
found a way. Even if you cannot stay, I think you are the one for me. Here is where you wanna be. I just wanna satisfy you. You're not mine, I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now, I'll go crazy. Whoa, whoa, sweet thing.
Come on! I'm gonna jump in.
Hey, come on.
And I know it's like in my car and the radio full blast, no one can hear me outside, but I don't want to be here singing.
You be singing in the shower though?
Yes, I do. I sing everywhere.
Okay.
I sing everywhere. People know I just show up, and even if I don't know how to sing, I'm just like, all right, here we go.
That's what's up.
Oh, I love it. Beautiful voice, beautiful voice.
You.
And for those of you who've just heard her for the first time, come on, my queen just smashed it. Y'all, you better be, we're going to get up to date on all these shows coming out, because you got to get there.
Yeah. We'll be at Hofbräu on March 4th and 5th.
Ooh,
Yes.
Hofbräu is one of my favorite places. So a lot of people don't know this, but Hofbräu used to be across the street in a small little building. So you know where the Long John Silver's is right there.
Well, I'm not really familiar with the area, but
okay, so Hofbräu, where they are now, the big building. So right across the street, there's a little Long John Silver's, and behind that, they were just this little tiny bar.
Really?
And it was like you walk in, just little
and they just expanded.
mom and pop,
Wow.
and then you walk down, and it was just nice, like little stage and live bands all the time, and then they just got so big. But I love the feeling of Hofbräu, because when singers like yourself get in there, It's like, it's such a vibe, like coming in, and it's just like you feel the music, and so I'm excited to see you at Half Brown.
All right,
I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
And I'll be like,
and it's really exciting when you see your fans coming out there and they really are into what you're doing. And I try to tell people all the time, you have no idea. That just does something with live music. I'm always promoting live music because it's one thing to hear music, but when you're actually there and you can see a performance, you feel the energy of the crowd, you feel the energy of the band, and it is electric. It is so dope. I mean,
so when was your first time on stage, and how did that feel?
Well, that's a good question.
I know you said you started singing when you were younger.
I started singing. I did lead vocals when I was in the choir for an adult choir.
Oh, nice.
And they didn't have a youth choir, so when I was like 10 and 11, I was leading songs in churches and stuff. And so my mom told the choir director that I was a great singer.
Yeah.
And the choir director was like, everybody thinks their kid can, do this and that. But he set me next to him. His name was Minister Hobbs. He goes by the name of Butch. And I sang for him, and he was just like, whoa. I sang Jesus Loves Me. And I sang that, and he said, okay. And after that, he was putting me as lead singer. And it's something because I was singing those songs, but I wasn't just singing. And this is something that I've learned just from a young age.
Yeah.
Not only do I sing the song, I really have to feel the song. Like, I have to feel a song in order to sing it. Because you can sing any song. Yeah. But do you feel it?
Yeah.
Do you feel the music? Because if you don't feel the music, how do you expect your audience to feel the music? How do you expect the crowd to feel the music?
Yes.
So I honestly, I go on stage with that mentality.
I so love that you brought that up because I say that about music all the time.
Do you really?
I do, and I tell my friends, I'm like, there's a difference of telling when someone's gifted, and then someone who feels it. Yeah. Because there's people who are gifted. There's a lot of gifted singers out there, and you can, like you said, sing any song. But then a person who can make you feel it, and transform it, and just
that's what I learned from Ernest Washington.
Oh. It's so good.
That's what I learned from him.
Yes.
That just came to me as you said that because it's something how you can go on stage and mimic something or mimic someone. You can do somebody else's song all day long. Yeah. But what I've learned is to go and take that song and make it your own. Yes. So really that's what I try to do. And I'm going to be having actually my own music coming out.
Oh, come on!
My own music coming out. That's under wrap. Now I do have one song that I do have out called Heart Drop. I released that, but I'm planning on re-releasing that because I need to get that out and get a better vibe with it. But it's called Heart Drop, and I have a video of that out as well.
Oh, we're gonna hook you guys up and show you the heart drop. I know some of you are heart droppers out there because I've been dropped.
Oh,
it's okay. I probably dropped somebody too. I don't know.
There you go.
But that's awesome. Yeah, that's so exciting. And so, is that project for this year?
Yeah, we're working on that.
Nice.
We're working on
that. So
we'll
keep you all updated because I'm so excited for it.
Absolutely.
So singing in the church, I have to ask, what was one of your favorite songs to sing in the church?
Oh man,
because I feel gospel hits so different, so good, and just church songs that transition into when you bring them into your songs now.
One of my favorite songs was I love you, I love you. I love you, Lord, today because you cared for me in such a special way. That's why I praise you. I'll lift you up. I'll magnify your name. That's why my heart is filled with praise.
So good. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
That's one of my favorites. And I love praise and worship.
Yes.
I love praise and worship. That I get up every day daily and I just start singing praise and worship songs to God. I worship, because You don't have to be in a church to praise God. You don't have to be in a temple to worship God.
Yeah.
Your temple is your body, and God is the one that you pray to daily.
Yeah.
And if you're not praising and worshiping God, especially through this pandemic times, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Because what power do you have?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're taking people out like pancakes.
Yeah. And it's like a personal relationship.
It really is.
Yes.
It really is a personal relationship. And so and I rise early and I get that in, and when I don't do that, I feel a difference in my days.
Oh,
like my days are off.
Yeah.
Completely. So.
Girl, I'm with you because I'm the same way. Like, I get up and I read my Bible, I pray.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't, like, my whole day is just shot. And
yes.
I was like, I knew it was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And so I feel you. You need it.
So, yeah. You really do. And I've had a strong relationship with God since I was younger.
Yeah.
When I went off to college, I went to college at the University of Arizona.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know this, but I was an athlete.
Oh, what'd you play, girl?
Professional. Well, I don't know if it's a professional. I was an amateur athlete. I thought I was professional, though. I tried. I was professional, okay? I was professional in my mind. I was an All-American athlete. I'll go there. I still
That's professional. All-American.
Okay, I did
Yes.
All-American. I did All-American. My track coach for high school was Don Gatewood.
Okay.
Who made me excel in track and field. He had me run cross country.
Yeah.
When I was in high school. What black person you know run? Well, I take that back. Take that off the record. No, black people do run cross country, but I never saw myself running, cross country. I ran sprints. I ran the 100, the 200, and relays, and I was pretty darn fast.
And she's trying to call herself an amateur. Come on.
I was pretty darn fast. Let's see, 100. My fastest time in 100 was overall was like 11:59, I believe, in the 100, and the 200 was a 23:73.
Okay.
So it's pretty
See,
fast.
yes, and All-American. Okay, those of you who are sports, I'm a sports. I play basketball, but
I'm a hooper too.
I'm a hooper girl.
Okay.
I grew up tomboy. I'm still tomboyish.
I call it Tom Girl.
Yes, tom girl. I was like, makeup's only around Fridays.
Tom Girl.
But yeah. So being an All-American, you are up there. Like, don't let this girl fool you. Come on, because they know us in our sports. We know.
I say this about that. I take my athletic training serious. So the training that I had when I was an athlete, I take that on stage with me.
Yeah.
Just the whole discipline.
Mm-hmm.
It's a discipline that you have to have.
Yeah.
Because, focus is everything.
It is.
You had to, when I was on that track, I had to focus. I had to focus my attention and keep on track because everywhere you look, something via noise, something via sight, something always endeavors to take your attention away from what you need to be focused on.
Yeah.
And you know what you need to be focused on.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're focused on, then you need to focus.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's real because it's so true. TV, sports, whatever.
Yeah.
There's so much in this world right now that try to take our focus away from what we need to, be directly focused on and our energy on, because if you don't focus on something, then your mind is gonna go everywhere. You're just gonna be like just off.
Yeah.
It's gonna throw you off, and that's why I think a lot of people in this age, in this day right now, are kind of like,
there's so much distraction.
Yeah, there's so much distraction, and so
I love that you brought that up.
It's
I
true.
love that you brought that up because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna get a word all by myself today.
It's true.
But and it's so true. Like, just bringing that up, I always say my guests, I'm like excited because I feel like my guests give me more than I give them. I'm like, it's always a word for me, and just hearing that is so true because I've been saying that like a lot. Like, we're so distracted by everything that we're not focused anymore on like our goals or our things that like we love the most, like music or radio or photography, whatever it might be.
Yes.
And we have so much like just pulling us away that we need to stay focused and be back focused on that thing so that we can excel in it.
Yeah. And that takes meditation, that takes prayer, that takes just going inside yourself and finding out what is it that makes you tick, what makes you click, and then go to that, focus in on that, and then see what happens.
Yes.
I have my track coach in college. He told me one time, it really stuck with me all these years. He said, "You have the eye of the tiger," and I never knew what he meant when he said that. But I used to tell people, my coach told me I have the eye of the tiger, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll be looking at tiger eyes sometimes like, and I was like, okay, it has something to do with that. But now I think back on that, and it's all about that focus element. And, you know, no matter what, I just stay focused.
Yeah.
On what needs to happen for me. Yeah. You know, so, and I have 4 kids.
Okay, how old are your kids?
My kids are, oh my gosh, 13 and up. 13, now 17, 19, and 21.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I'm just 25, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm just 25. Come on, girl. It's okay. She looks good.
I just had a birthday on Valentine's Day. That's where the name comes from. In case anybody's not know.
I was going to ask you that because, you know, I have a couple friends that are Valentine's, and they're born on...
Aquarian Nation!
Yes, born on Valentine's Day. Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, what got you into music? You know, what drew you at, like, such a young age?
Wow.
And, you know, how did you know, like, this is it for me?
Okay, this is crazy. I think about this sometimes, and I know that it has something to do with what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So when I was that same age, 10, 11, I would go into the bathroom. Back then we had these big old tape recorders.
Yeah.
I would go into my bathroom and I would just play music, and I would listen to the music, and I would be singing just like Diana Ross. I would be singing just like Anita Baker.
Yeah.
I would be singing like the queen of Aretha. Getting to me. But I would go there and I would recite, and I would do it just like them.
Yes.
And then I would come and I would sing for my family all the time. And my family used to tease me all the time. She's always singing. Like, she's always singing. I would go skipping around, running around singing. And people, in high school, when we used to have our practices, I would sing at the practices. I'd be like, why do you always sing? I was like, I don't know. It's just in me.
Yeah.
It's just in me. It's just like talking. Just comes out like that.
Yes, I love it. I always say at work, I'm not a singer, you guys know this, but my other job, I'm always like, I just sing to people, and I'm like, hello.
But you know what? You know what? Maybe you're not a stage singer, but you sing, and it makes you feel good. So that's all that matters. Yeah. If it makes you feel good, and you do, but just, I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna tell you what you.
You tell me, girl. I could tell.
I'm not gonna lie to you if I've never heard you sing, but if
I haven't seen.
I'm not gonna put you where you shouldn't be, So.
She'll be after the show. She's gonna be like, "Let me give you some pointers. Don't do it live."
Yeah, I didn't want to say it on air, but I'll let you know for sure.
I saw the wink. And who are some of your favorite artists, growing up that inspired you, and maybe some of your artists now? Because I feel like we always have people that are our favorites that inspire us in what we do, and then we have new people like in our age now that inspire us what we're doing.
Oh, I was Whitney.
Yes.
I was Whitney.
Whitney all day.
I was Whitney. I was Whitney Houston. Okay? You cannot tell me I wasn't Whitney, okay?
Girl, you're Whitney. I have Whitney right now.
And I will always love you. I was Whitney.
Yes, girl, you better sing that. You better pop that out. Come on.
Bless her. So I was so hurt when she, when she passed away. And I have people now that have passed away over this COVID thing, and it is my man Sheldon Johnson. I'm still grieving over him, passing away, because this guy would play everything I sang.
Yeah.
And he was so talented, multi-talented. I love you, Sheldon Johnson. I love that man. He just and in a split of an eye, he's gone. So this COVID thing is real. It's serious.
Yeah.
And I just thank God that I was able to be in his space.
Yeah.
That I was able to experience the glory that came through his fingers on that keyboard.
Yes.
And I have footage to show what he did, and we, and it's talent when you don't even have to rehearse.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm like, how is this so organically sounding, and we didn't even rehearse it?
Yes.
So that's when and so I'm just thankful for people that have graced my path, that aren't here anymore.
Yeah.
Somehow I feel like their energy is still here, smiling on the earth.
Yeah.
And, I'm grateful for that.
That's
I'm grateful.
Amazing. Yeah, it's so good. I always say, like, you meet people, right? And there's people that come and go, but for you to just even be a part of that person's journey, or them even being a part of yours, is just something so special, because you'll always have that, you know? And, like, I don't feel like anybody is wasted, because even when people come and go out of your life, and sometimes it's, at the time, hindsight, like, it was bad at the time, but, like, then it makes you who you are. So I always feel like it's always a lesson.
There's always
it's never a loss. It's always a lesson. And
that's
it's
a good
always,
way of putting it.
It's always a lesson, and you just get to be, part of that journey. And it's awesome, because then, even if that person goes on to be bigger, like, you were part of that journey at one point, and you got to be, and same with people who walk your path and have come in, like, they got to be graced with being part of your journey, and knowing, like, I got to see that greatness, and I got to be around this beautiful soul, and I got to see such talent, and be around this warm energy, and know that, like, man, it's such a blessing to just be a part of that,
For me, just the loss for me helps me to refocus, recenter myself, recenter my energy. And I think just knowing that the people that I've learned so much from, that have brought me so much musically, that perhaps are not here anymore, it just causes me to give even more of myself on stage. Like, I'm like, you know what? If they can't do it, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do it for them. I'm going to give my all every single time. I've learned one thing, and I know I keep going back to Ernest, but he's taught me so much in the music
there's
realm.
those people that you
he
always
really
go to.
He's like my teacher, my instructor. He helps me learn with so much. And one of the things that he's taught me so much is just, it don't even matter if there's one person out there in the audience. You sing out there like there's thousands of people. You perform like it's one person. Why? Because you're singing, because this is who you are. This is the inspiration that people need to see. This is the inspiration that somebody out there needs. Some people may be going. Some people may be out there wanting to commit suicide, which has happened, but they heard something that you did, or something that you said. So even for me, even though I go out and I'm singing, secular songs, I still go out there and I feel like I'm out there, I'm ministering. My music is my ministry, because I'm always talking about, there's no way I can be doing what I'm doing without God. He's the reason why I'm doing everything that I'm doing, why I'm breathing. So I always give God all glory for everything I do, because without God, I wouldn't even have the breath to go out there and sing. So I think that's why God is kind of taking my journey and, you know, pushing me, propelling me forward, which I'm so grateful for.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful, and I don't take anything for granted.
Yeah.
At all. You know, I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, who am
Yeah.
I to do that?
Yeah.
Nothing without God.
Yeah.
So, I think my focus, my energy is in the right direction. You know, obviously, I'm sitting here with you, Melissa.
Yes, come on. She's igniting. Throw some fire in the chat.
I want to
She's
thank
on
everybody
fire.
on Facebook who came on my page and liked the fact that I'm doing this interview with Melissa, because I love my Facebook people. Y'all know I do. I do.
I know. Our fans, like, let me tell you, fans are the best because,
Yes.
like you said, they give you such, you know, they give you this energy.
Yeah.
And on
yeah.
top of that, it's like, man, like, even if it's just one,
Right.
like, you're like, man, like, thank you so much for, like, supporting
That's right.
me and
Supporting
believing in
everything,
me and
yes.
having that community.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, one thing that we talk about on Ignite a lot is community and having that community of people that are going to encourage you
It's
and
everything.
grow you and
Yeah.
push you. And if you want to move further and you got negative people in your life, cut them out. Move on and find those people.
I don't have any negative people in my bracket. They just, what's that? What delete? What do you do on Facebook when you don't like somebody in your?
You block them, delete
you block them. You delete.
Or when my friend Mariah tells me, she's like,
I delete them out of my life like that. I don't.
She said the other day I had the spirit of Melissa, and I just start cutting people off. I have a cutoff. You guys know that. I just want to get that.
We don't do negative. We don't do
Yeah.
negative. I got that. It's that radar. I'm like, what? Negativity?
Like, no, you're not. Not today. Yes.
Because it's too much negativity in the world for me to bring any negativity in my space. That's the way I feel, you know.
You got to protect your peace
You
at
do.
all costs.
Come here.
Yes.
Say it again.
You better protect your peace at all costs.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I like you.
And sometimes, you know, that cost, you got to look at it because it's going to hurt. It could be a family member.
What's the cost?
It could be a close friend. But are you ready to let them drag you down?
Come on.
Or are you ready to have
and
peace?
The sad part is, doesn't the enemy know who to bring in your space?
Yes.
To mess you up negatively.
Yes.
Doesn't he know?
Oh, he knows.
Tell me why is it that sometimes it's the closest people to you?
Yes.
Do you get that too?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All the time. You know, I said the other day, y'all, sometimes, and that's why I love that you brought up distractions, because the enemy will come in what you don't think it is.
Come on.
And that distraction could be that person. It could be that thing, whatever.
Oh,
whatever
you preaching now, Melissa.
But
you preaching that.
But you know, those distractions, and that's why I love that you brought it up, because that's been on my heart. Like, for the past, month now, it's about distractions and staying focused. And that's why I said, I'll get a word all by myself. I'm getting full in here all by myself from my sis over here. But, you know, you have to. And those things don't always come in the way that we think they're going to come. It could be the person right next to you, and you don't know it. And if you're not focused, you're not going to see it.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, if you give way and allow negativity to come in your space, unfortunately, this is the unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
Many times, you're going to get pulled down with the negative energy. A lot of times, you're not strong enough to create the positive and bring them up. Many times, that negative force is going to bring you down. So you got to get rid of it quickly. You got to let it go.
Yeah.
Cut.
Yep. You need to cut it. Just get the spirit of Melissa and cut off. Yes.
Watch out for that spirit of Melissa.
I know. It happens
she
a
got
lot.
that axe.
I'm like, all right, bye.
Wow.
And so, you know, I'm so excited for your new music that's going to be coming in an album.
It's coming.
Yes. And everything. And so we're going to have to stay updated with you because let me tell you, I'm going to be promoting you like there's no tomorrow. And I've seen you sing live. And then I seen that Ernest seen you. I think it was off of, where was that place? I think it's like Babes, right?
He came to my birthday show, and I wasn't expecting that at all. So I was really excited and glad that he came in. anytime, you get somebody in your circle that, that you respect musically,
Yeah.
I just make sure that I always honor and let people know, hey, this is where I came from.
Yes.
Because if you don't acknowledge where you came from, how are you going to acknowledge where you're going?
Preach that.
Okay.
You better preach that.
Okay, you preach. I got to preach a little bit here.
You better preach it. I've been taking in words from you all day. I'm like, note to self, rewind, take this down.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
But she is amazingly talented, and just your energy and the vibe that you give, like, I love it. And I don't say it lightly, because I don't say it about anybody, especially like people that know me, like, I'm very...
This is my first time meeting.
Yes.
But I feel like you know, girl, come on. Yes. She got some good energy, too. This energy here is real.
And
it's good.
It's
I like
genuine,
it. Yes.
and I love it. And you just, I know it. Like, I just feel it. And, like, people know that I don't just say nice things all the time just to say it. I don't just say words just to say it. Mm-hmm. So when I say it, it's because I mean it. And such authenticity with you, and just that loving vibe, and just even when you walked in the room earlier, I was like, man, let's go out to eat after.
And none of this is scripted. I was saying to myself, I should have gave you some questions to ask me or something, because I said if she go left on me, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna answer you on that one, Melissa.
I like that. With all my guests, I'm like, I would never want that to be done to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm very respectful. Even like, someone's story has like an X in it, and I know about it, I'll ask them before and be like, I'll leave it out if you don't want me to ask that, but I just know it's part of your story, so you tell me, I'll go a different way, because for me, like, I would never want that. And I just love, like, bringing people as yourself in here and just truly getting to know you, like, one-on-one as a person, and just highlighting your talents and your gifts and who you are. And I think a lot of people sometimes fail to see people for who they are. Like, we're all people. We all have amazing things inside of us. And it's good to, like, get to know that, like, I get to know you on a personal vibe.
And I appreciate the platform, honestly. KUHS is an awesome platform for us to just really, ignite.
Yes, right. Throw some fires in the chat for my series. Come on. Yes, igniting that fire. We're going to ignite you. So, super excited about your album and all the projects. So, you have a show on March 4th and 5th at the Hofbrau. And then any other upcoming?
If you want to go to brassattackband.com, you can pull up that website, and it'll show you all of our shows that are coming up in the future as well.
Okay, and I'll link that in. You guys know that I always link all my guests in the after the live is over, so that you can get connected with them, go see their shows, get some music, check out my sis and all her beauty and her glory. Come on.
Hallelujah.
And so is there anything that we haven't talked about today that you want to speak about, or any topics, anything? It doesn't even have to be music, just anything that you want to talk about.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about just my people out there. Just stay healthy.
Yeah.
Stay healthy. I am a very, very healthy individual, thank God. I stay that way on purpose, for a purpose.
Yes.
I'm in the gym 3 times a week. I eat properly.
Show me your ways.
I eat properly, and the reason why is because not only do I need to stay healthy for myself and my children, but I need to be healthy on stage. Should I say this? I'm 54 years old.
A good-looking 54-year-old.
And
she doesn't even look her age.
And I constantly get people. Thank you. I constantly get people saying, you don't look your age, and what do you do? And I just, I eat healthy. I follow a proper maintenance, body maintenance, and I keep positive thoughts in my mind, and I stay prayerful, and I focus on God, my energy on God. So, it's all about balance, Melissa. It's all about balance, and I think that's one thing that I want to kind of bring to people that are watching this. Just, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Just take care of yourself because, you know, ain't nobody else going to do it but you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we have Misha Lay on here, who's our self-care coach.
Oh, yeah.
She always tunes in, so I know she's loving you right now about your self-care.
Self-care is everything, yes.
Yes.
It really is.
It is, and you got to do those inventory checks all the time. I know I've noticed, like, in these past couple years, I do tons of more self-inventory checks because I'm like, all right, who's in my circle?
Oh, I do have a website also.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I sell products to keep me healthy, and I've been taking them for years. It's called Advocare. If you haven't heard of Advocare, you can go to my site, advocare.com, or actually it's 0702-1783/Advocare.
Okay, and we'll link that in the comments too, so you guys could get connected, go get some products, learn about it, support local, not only just singing, but support local businesses. You know, we love to support everything local.
That's right.
And come on, who else is going to do it but us? So,
that's right.
And we always got to keep supporting our people because, as you guys always know, how I say on here, you know, I always say, my win is your win is my win.
Right.
We're all at different levels, but when we're winning together, like we truly are winning together and supporting each other and growing with each other and helping one another. It's not one person, you know, competing against. It's like we can both rise up together and win together. So my sister's win is my win and my win is her win, and that's how we just keep building up and going together. Yeah.
For sure.
And so, you know, I have to ask, what is one of your favorite songs to sing on stage?
Mary J. Blige, Just Fine.
Ooh.
Yes. That song gives me life. I'm serious, and I love it. People, they come on stage, you know, because the lyrics say, you know, even if you're feeling bad, pull yourself up, look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm just fine no matter what.
Yes.
So whenever that's like, I call that my anthem song.
And she fine. Come on.
Stop.
You better get out there and see her in person. Come on.
She was funny. But yeah, that's one of my favorite songs to do on stage.
That's awesome. I love it. Mary, I knew it. I felt it in my soul. I love Mary. How did you feel about the halftime?
The halftime? You know what? People are gonna look at me like, what's wrong with you? But you know, I'm really not into football like that. But I did watch the Super Bowl halftime, and she rocked it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that fall was about at the end though.
I was with you. I was like,
why did she fall down like that? I said, okay. But
I was like, maybe she was just glad it was over.
You know.
She was like, all right, go on to the next.
I laughed when I saw that. I was like, I'm dead. She just fell out like.
And then they stood like right on her too.
Right. I said, okay, that was different, but
yes,
it was good. It was good that they had, you know, different, because I never seen like a Super Bowl with, you know, the whole hip hop theme.
Yeah.
So I thought that was like, okay. I was feeling that. That was good.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
But my kids were the one that said, "Mama, did you see the halftime?" I was like, Why did you? Why? Because you know your twin is on there. They call Mary J my twin. I'm like, oh gosh. They're like, go see your twin on go see your twin on the halftime Super Bowl. I said, okay.
So that means I'm gonna give her that outfit so she can wear it to one of her shows.
I mean, I already got some boots like that.
Do you?
I'm gonna bring my boots on stage, girl. I'm bring my camera on stage.
Girl, come on, I got you over here.
It's all about.
You know that I'm a photographer. I got you, girl.
Oh, you are.
I am. I'll get out there.
Oh, we gonna talk. We gonna definitely talk.
And then I'm gonna show you all a sneak peek of her boots and be like, well, you should have been at the show.
Hey, I got some outfits, and I tell you, me and outfits and shows, people they trip out because I always change outfits after every set. Like I have to. That's like my theme thing. I have to change. I can't go out there. And one lady came into the restroom as I was changing. She's like, "Oh my gosh, we are not used to seeing all these different images of you on stage." I was like, "That's my theme." She's like,
I'm
it. Like, so. It's fun.
Yeah.
I have fun with it.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. Well, I'm so excited for you and all that's coming, and I know you're going to do amazing things. I'm ready to see you at Red Rocks one day. Come on, I'm throwing it out there.
Let's go. Red Rocks.
Yes. And so just super excited for you and everything that's going to be happening, and just thank you for letting me be a part of your journey.
Thank you for having me,
Yes.
Miss. I appreciate it
Yes.
so much.
And this won't be the last time you see her. She's going to be on here again. We're going to have her on here for when her music comes out. And, she'll probably hit my Jefe show, not mine. My Jefe is going to get jealous back there and be like, why are you
I am learning.
I'm
I'm actually, this is a secret, but I'm going to let it out. I'm going to let a little bit of it out the bag. I'm learning a Spanish song.
Ooh.
I'm going to sing a Spanish song.
Oh, I'm excited.
Like Selena.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm over there.
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
A lot of people can speak Spanish, and we can sing Spanish too.
Yes, you can.
We can do that.
I love it. I love it. Any language. It's awesome. I love
variety.
Yes.
Is good, right?
It is good.
Yes.
I try to learn different languages. I'm like, I better brush up on my Spanish first.
Right.
So let's not lie.
I gotta learn some Spanish. Spanish is the language to learn. I'm telling you.
Yes. I'm super excited though, and so I thank you so much for coming on and taking time out of your day to come on here on Ignite with Melissa here at KUHS
You're
Denver.
very welcome.
And you are family, and so if you ever need anything, and of course I always want to have you back. And so
I'll be back.
Yes, she's gonna be back, and thank you for gracing us with your talent today. She sang my favorite song today. So if you missed it, go watch it on the replay. And so don't forget, show next Friday and Saturday at the Hofbrau, and we will link it in the
9
comments.
o'clock.
9 o'clock, so get your dancing shoes on. You're going to
Come
feel
on
it.
down.
Come on. And so thank you guys so much for tuning in today and hanging out with us. Wherever you're at, in your car, online, listening over the airwaves, maybe you're at your job like I do at times. Wherever you are, thank you for tuning in with us tonight and hanging out with us. And we'll link everything in the comments. And before we leave today, I just want to remind you, if no one has told you, I want to let you know that you have purpose, you are loved, and you belong. So your queen right here, Miss Valentine, and your girl Melissa signing out here on KUHS Denver The Stream. Love, peace, and God bless y'all.
Deuces.